Welcome back to another video. Well, as you probably saw by the thumbnail, got another KUBOTA. So a D-722 on there for sale, $100. So that's when I had messaged him, and we went out and picked it up. So we'll dive in here and let's see what we got. All right, here it is. Guy said it was a D-722, which is the same engine that I already have that needs rebuilt. Got this one. This one, I believe, has a good crank. So we'll see how this one looks. Cylinders aren't the greatest, but turns over smooth. Injection pump works. Now, off camera, I was turning it over, and she's flooding the top of the engine. Oil pump works, apparently. So I don't want to turn it over too much because it'll keep doing that. But let's look at the number here on the side of the injection pump. Well, it is not a D-722. D-640. Well, that sucks. It's a 15 horsepower, so it's not that big of a deal, but he had it listed as a D-722, but $100, it's still worth it. Especially for a KUBOTA. Diesel at that. Makes a little odd noise in the water pump. Kind of like it's not there. But I'll set you up on the tripod and we'll make sure the crank is good. If the crank is good, then well, it'll be a good engine. But if the way we know if the crank is good, like the crank bearings or the connecting rod bearings, whatever you want to call them, the crank will turn before the piston moves. If the piston starts moving at the second you start turning the crank, well then it's good. But if you turn the crank and the piston does not move right away, then it needs connecting rod bearings. So I set you up on the tripod here and we'll check that. And that's the gasket kit that I have for the 722 that needs rebuilt. But I bought that before I realized that the whole engine needs overhaul. So I brought that out because it has head gaskets in it that we can lay on the block or the top of the block here and make sure that they're going to line up. Let's start on this one. Okay, right there, so that way. Now, the second I turn this crank, that should start moving. And it does. It moves. The second I lay a finger on this crank, that's moving. So, that's good. Now, I moved that a little far. Yep, that's good. Yep. Okay, they're all good. I'll wobble to see if the pistons wobble. It does a little. It's top dead center for that piston. What's that? A little bit for that one. I believe they're gonna have some side to side play because the rings aren't in against the pistons. Rings, it's gonna move around a little bit in the rings, but shouldn't move too much. Check this one. It's okay. Now, the reason he only wanted $100 for this engine is because it does not have a head. But when we saw that it was a D-722, that's what he had it listed as. Mine went straight to the head on the other engine. If cylinders are good and the crank's good in this engine, I could maybe put that head on this engine. So I have to get that and see. Hope it'll fit, because this is a D-640. This is a D-640. So that has me a little concerned that the head is not going to fit. Couldn't find any. I was researching, I can't find anything on whether they're able to be swapped or not. So this video we're about to find out if you can do that. So I'm gonna get the head gasket out of here, and we'll just see. We'll just see if this head gasket will fit. Like if all these holes line up to the holes on this block. So, wrong direction. Alright, that's good. Looking good here. All the holes line up perfectly. So I'm gonna run in here, I'll grab the head, I'll bring that out here and set it on the block here, and we'll see if that'll fit. It should. Head gasket fits, it should fit. Alright, I got the head here. I'll just sit this down here. Ow. That clamp doesn't feel too good. Make sure the gasket's still there. And I'll just set this down. It looks good. All the bolt holes line up. So it lines up that hole, that hole, Well, it lines up that hole. Lines up to that hole. Let's see if I can get the light and flash to show in there, but it won't. That one does line up. In real life, you can see it in there. Can't see it on camera. That one, it lines up. Lines up in that one. That one. That one. This is a glow plug rail. Lines up in that one. That one. That one. And that one. And that one. So, all the bolt holes do line up. So that's good. Looks good when you look at it this way. This is in the 15 horsepower engine, but this is 18 horsepower injectors. So with these injectors, this engine, they'll put more fuel into cylinders, which will cause more power. Injection pump does work. Found that out. It's got a golden tint to it. I mean, it's got some black in there, but it's not terrible. It's got some viscosity left to her. Put that in there. Injection pump does its thing. Now, any of you guys that have a D-640 KUBOTA diesel, which lever does what here? I'd imagine this would be throttle. This would be shut off. But I'm not sure. So comment down below which one does which. Is this one throttle and this one's shut off, or is this one shut off and this one's throttle? Let me know. The whole engine is skinnier. Like this. Flex, I'm going to call it a flex plate. It's not what it is, but mounting plate, whatever you want to call it. This plate is actually smaller than the one that was on the 722. But this also has a smaller flywheel. So that'll be good. So we'll have to look at that. And then eventually we probably will put a turbo on this, but I don't know. Have to be scared to do that. But KUBOTA, it'll hold up to it. But like we said in the videos on the 722, we are going to be doing the valve job, relapping these valves, putting valve seals in. Alrighty, well, that's going to conclude this video. If any of you guys were wondering if you have a D-640 KUBOTA that needs a head, but you also have a D-722 head laying around, it will in fact fit. That's good. Good look, KUBOTAs. So, alright. That's gonna be it for this video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. We'll see you next time.